Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to create a ring with an organic shape. You can see at the bottom of the ring we have a very smooth surface, but going to the top we slowly get an organic surface up here, and at the top we have a flat surface and a test up here. Okay, so I start by creating a new sketch. In the front view, I create a circle and I set the diameter to 18. So this will be the whole of our ring. I create an arc. Something like this. And I create a point on this arc. I select this point and this line and hit C. Now I select this point and set the distance 10. Select this point and the center line. Hit S for symmetry constraint. And also the distance 25. I select the circle and hit G and N to turn that into the construction geometry. Next, I create B-spline. Start from here and put 2 points up here. I hit S to activate the symmetry constraint and constrain these points together. I select this point and I set the distance to 7. And this point 17. The distance from this point to this point 20. Select this point and then this point. Hit V for vertical constraint. Now I can close. You can see we have a small point in here, so I need to go back, zoom close here and select this point and hit G and N to turn that into construction geometry. Now I can close. Now you can see we no longer have this point. I call this one. Alright, next I will create a new sketch in the top view. And I rotate the sketch a little bit and I reference this curve. And I will create an ellipse. I select this line and I hit V for vertical constraint. I select this point and then this point. I hit C. Select this curve and then this point, hit C. Now I set the distance of this line is 7. Now I can close that. Alright, so next I will go to the drag workbench to create a test. I go to the shapeform test. Okay, the string in here is, let's try FreeCAD. Okay, you can type whatever you want. And the font, I go to the computer, say Windows, and fonts. and I choose this font, open, and you click on reset point to reset it to the center. Now hit OK. Alright, now select this one and go to the data, and the size, let's set it to 3, and I align it in the middle and center, and click off. Alright, I turn off the grid, and also I want to go to the placement, the position, and I want to move this one up to 17. Right. Next, I go back to the project workbench and I create a new sketch. So I want to bring this sketch up to the test. So I go offset it to 17. Okay. Now I reference this point and then this point. Now go back to the top view and I will draw a B-spline, but I choose this option, the second option, and just simply put in points around the test. Okay, something like this. Now I select this B-spline and the point. I hit C to snap it. Come over here, this one and this one. Hit C. Now I can changing the shape of the B-spline. Okay, something like this. Now I can close. Next, I will create a new sketch in the right view to control the thickness of the ring. So I go to creating sketch in the right view, and I reference this eclipse and this geometry down here. And I will draw a B-spline, start from here, and put one point over here, somewhere around here, and one point here, one point. Okay, something like this. Now I just hit S, and then select this point, and this line for symmetry. Doing the same down here. Okay. Now I select the B-spline and the point. I hit C to snap it. The B-spline and the point. C. And I set the distance between these two. Let's try 9, 8. Okay. And the distance between these two, let's try 5. Okay. Now I can close. I call this one Part 2. Alright. Alright, so next I control select the sketch 002 and the sketch 001. And I go to view and I set the point size to 10 to make the point size bigger. You can see the eclipse have a point in here in the right, but the B-spline have the point in the left. So what we need to do is we will move this point from here to here. All right. before we use the curve segment in the curve shape workbench. So to move this point, I first select this B-spline, go to the curve workbench, and I turn this curve to points by using the discretized edge. Click on it. I go to the data. You can see we have the number is 100 point. Let me click on the sketch and hide the sketch. You can see we have 100 point in here. So next I select the points and I turn that back into the line by using this tool. Right? Now we have a new line, but we have a small gap in here. So I click on this curve and I go to the data and we have an option close. So instead of false, I change it to true, right? I click off and you can see the gap has been filled. But we still have this point over here. So we go down to the start offset. So you remember we have 100 point. So from here to here, I think if I change this start offset to 50, you can see this point moves to the opposite direction. So instead of 50, I will move it to, let's say, 45. You can see this point move to closer to this line. Let's try 44. All right, here. 43. All right, so I think 43 is good. Next, I will select this sketch and I will rename it Middle Profile. Select this one and rename it Now I control select the first profile and the middle profile, and I go to the curve shape workbench and I click on the curve segment. You can see the tool generate the in-between curve. We have 4 curves in here, but you can see we have some problem in here in the middle. So to fix that, we need to flip this eclipse by rotating it in the x-axis. Let me go to the view and toggle the axis cross to show the arrow. We need to rotate it in the x-axis 180 degrees to fix this problem. To do that, I delete the curve segment and I select the middle profile and go to the placement and the axis and zero out the Z and put 1 in the S and the angle 180. All right. Now I control select the first profile and the middle and curve segment. Now you can see we have the curve with a better shape. Now if I drop this one down and select the first profile, all right, I go to the data and the start offset. If I change this number, let's see, increase it to 44. You can see the shape in the middle also change because we change the point of the curve up here. 45. You can see the shape also change. But let's go back, or I can try 42. I think 43 is the best. 44. Okay, I think 44 is the best, so I will go with 44. And with the curve segment selected, I go to the whole curve and the path and the path to for that. All right. Now, if I change the option make solid to true, you can see we have a new solid, but the result in this corner is not really good. So that's why I don't use this option. I go back to the false for that. Now I go to the plot workbench. I select the curve segment and I go to the plot compound and explode the compound. And now we have 4 segments. I select the folder and I hide it. Next, I will create the curve segment below. But I will do that a little bit different. So I go to creating a new sketch in the top view, but I offset it down to -10 because the position of this point down here at the bottom to the center is 10, right? So I offset it to -10. I click OK. And I create a circle. And I set the diameter 0.05. Really small circle. I select the center point and the center of the sketch. And I hit C to snap it. Now hit close. And I call this one last profile. All right. Now I select the middle profile and I go to the curve shape workbench. In the curve shape workbench, I control select the middle profile and the path and the path tool, and I use the curve array for that. In the data of the curve array, the item I will change it to, let's try 20. Go down to 15. I think 15 is good. Now I select the curve array and I go back to the plot workbench and I go to the plot compound and then explode the compound. All right. Now I drop this one down and I go to the front view. I control, let's see, I will control select this one. All right, which is the curve array 14, and then go down to 13 and then 12. Okay, to about here, and I just delete it. Okay, next I will show the curve segment up here. Now I will loft all of these guys together. So I will start from the first profile, all right? And then I go to the curve segment 0, 1, 2, and then 3. And then I go to the middle profile over here. And I go to the 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 0. And then I go to the last profile. Okay, I go to loft. And let's go to the first profile. And then the curve segment 0, 1, 2, 3, all right? And then the middle profile, this one. And then the 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then the last profile. Hit create solid, hit OK. Now we have a new loft solid. But we have some problem in here. So to fix that, I go to the max degree and decrease down to 3, 2. All right. Now I hit Shift B and select everything, and I hit spacebar to hide everything. Now I only show the loft in here. All right. So next I will create a new sketch in the front to create the hole. I view the section and I create a circle. And I hit D and I set the diameter to 18. I hit close and I extrude this one to 10 and symmetric. Okay. Now I control select this one, the loft and the extrude, and I cut it. Next I will show the shape string. And I will extrude this one to 2 and symmetric. Okay. Now I can cut again. Alright, so I think I should change the upper part of the ring because I think it's a little bit too thick. To changing the thickness, I go to the part tool, sketch. So I double click on the part tool, and I set the dimension in here is let's try 7. Now hit close. And you can see we just update the thickness of the upper part. And I click on the cut and I go to the view. Deviation down to 0.01. Alright, so now we just finished modeling the ring. So thanks for watching and see you in the next video.